All right, it's hard to believe, but we are nearly just 3 months away from Christmas. Bring on the snow. And what better way to get started for it than with author Marissa Stapley, her pen name being Julia McKay's latest novel, Christmas at the Ranch. It's a story about a woman tiring of her family who returns to the ranch where she first fell in love and fell out of love. So we'd like to welcome back to our show Julia McKay, or Marissa Stapley. I should call you, would you like me to call you Marissa or Julia for this segment?
I think you could call me Marissa for this segment.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Marissa, it's so fascinating. I mean, you've written a romance novel before under the name Julia McKay, but this new one, Christmas at the Ranch, I got to ask you, what inspired it? I mean, it's quite an interesting book because it's got a lot of like heavy stuff, but you're also balancing that family drama, scandal with a romance.
So they always tell you in publishing to write what you want to read. So I sat down to work on the second Julia McKay romance, and I thought, I have a cottage in Halliburton. It's my happy place. So I thought, I want to be here in the winter. It's beautiful. As a teen, I was obsessed with horses, and I just thought, I want to write about horses again.
Right.
Because there's a cute little barn near our cottage as well that my daughter and I sometimes go riding. So that's kind of the little sort of kernel of the idea. And speaking of my daughter Maya, I dedicated the book to her because I was brainstorming ideas and she kind of helped me come up with this second chance romance scenario.
Nice.
She's 17 now.
Aww.
And yeah, so, and I feel like I also can't seem to help coming up with these sort of heavier scenarios and tough life stuff that characters are going through, and that's just, I can't stop. It's not all light, and I'm like, eventually I'm like, but there's always a happy ending, and that's what I love about these books. It's just, and that's also life, right? We fall in love, and it doesn't make our entire life perfect.
No.
So.
But second chances
But
are
second
exciting.
chances, yes, and it's always these books do. I mean, it's not a spoiler.
Right.
They're a happy ending. That's the expectation of a romance reader, and I definitely deliver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you're such a gifted writer.
Oh,
I mean,
you.
we had you on for the Lightning Bottles, and that book was a huge success and really talked about your love for music and of course kind of that 90s Courtney Love era of rock and alternative music. So you are true to writing what you know. So your main characters in this book, Emery and Tate, they do have a complicated history. How did you decide how much of their past to reveal and how much to kind of let the reader's imagination take over?
So there are journal entries in the Emery's journal, Falling in Love. And I think that was partly, you know, the Lightning Bottles is so different. Obviously, it's a 90s rock star, angsty story that I released last year. But I returned to my teenage journals to figure out the vibe of that time. Yeah. And at that time, I was like, wow, I was, you know, often, you know, falling in love with some guy or another, and it felt very intense. And I thought, this is how I can position Emery as having known him as a teenager and will feel that with her journal entry. So we're very much in the moment, because it can be hard with these second chance romances to kind of, without having a dual timeline, to really get the reader to feel what the character feels. So that's how I did that with the journal.
See.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to the pen name, Julia McKay, you also published, like we mentioned, Marissa Stapley, that is your name. Why create this second identity as an author, and especially to write like the romance novels? Because you did publish one before called The Holiday Honeymoon Switch Up.
Yes. So I think I really want my readers to understand that the books are very different, because they are. And I also feel, so it's sort of, you know, for readers to get understand what they're getting and not be surprised and think, wait, I figured this would be like a dark, you know, rock star romance, but it's lighter. And also it's almost for me to sit down at my desk and be Julia as opposed to Marissa. There's this lightness to that writing, and it's actually kind of saved me from burnout, because, you know, I can just sort of switch hats, and I feel very light and confident as Julia McKay. So I'd like to keep her around.
Well, I like that. It's almost liberating to give yourself that, you know, like, I'm going to untether myself from the identity of what people know as Julia Stapley novels and write under Julia McKay. So this is very exciting. Your book, Lucky, which was a Reese Witherspoon book pick, being turned into an Apple TV Plus film. Is this one one also being optioned for television or film?
This is one of my only ones that hasn't been optioned yet. So it is available if there are any producers out there that are looking for a, sweet Christmas at the Ranch holiday story. But Lucky is so exciting. I got to go visit the set in May, met Anya Taylor-Joy, Annette Bening, Drew Starkey, who plays Lucky's husband, the entire production crew, and it was absolutely amazing. And it feels like lightning striking and a very lucky stroke of luck to have that happen. But I just can't get enough. Like, I would love to see a world that I created come to screen again.
I know, because when I first heard the title, Christmas at the Ranch, there is a movie out there called that, but I bet you yours is going to be 1,000 times better just because you're a brilliant writer.
Thank you.
Marissa, such a pleasure to have you join us once again. The book is already out, so get your copy today, Christmas at the Ranch. You won't be disappointed. Thank you so much, Marissa.
So much for having
Good to see you
me.
again.